You're so cringe. You should die. Hey everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Delicious in Dungeon. Yeah, we just got done with meeting the love of my life, Namari. Or Namari? Namari. There we go. I keep getting names wrong. Whoopsies. But then we also met a terrible, awful, not human, gnome jerk. Hate him. Hope he's gone forever. But it kind of got better at the end there. But yeah. She didn't join the party, which kind of bummed me out a little bit. But you know what? We're probably going to see her again at some point. And we're going to see the other dude, the samurai dude that was also part of the party. He's probably going to show up again. I would imagine, especially since he was in love with Fallen. But I'm pretty sure we're getting close to like mid-season drama, like where the story picks up. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe this is an episode where it's just like a little bit more serious than the ones that we've had before. So I'm feeling like we're getting to a part where we're gonna get some big lore drops, or we're gonna see the red dragon soon, because they said that we're close to the red dragons, or the red dragon. I don't want to say there's more than one. God, that would suck if there was more than one and it's just a nest of red dragons. What the fuck are they gonna do then, huh? I don't know. In any case, yeah, I'm excited. I'm hoping that it's going to be a good episode. Giant frogs above ground. Don't know what above ground means, but I'm going to assume maybe they go to a surface and there's some frogs. I don't know. All right, we're going to get into it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let's freaking do it, gamers. So this was immediately after they just left the other group. I'm just gonna point out here that Senshi is still adorable. I love his little look. Love it. So I'm actually kind of surprised that they're back in the water. We've been in the water area for like way too long, but I'm assuming we're now just leaving. I'm glad Marcel is actually feeling better, has some mana to her again, because honestly, they're screwed without her, right? Our big heavy hitter. She's like, if we don't have her, we have to rely on Leos and Senshi to be able to deal with any threat. And though they killed the basilisk with like a pincer attack, I feel like just like Namari. Namari. That's right. She even said that your axe is not going to be able to cut that thing. Like, sorry. So I'm hoping that something comes along before we run into the red dragon, because it feels also kind of unfair to leave like the heavy hitting to her. But who knows? They're probably gonna like Scooby-Doo their way out of this. So they're actually tentacles and not some like plant life. It is good natural protection. I mean, maybe, but also it's kind of nice to like, if it's there to just kind of be like a deterrent for being quote unquote scary or something. If you can handle it and just taking your time down here, it would probably be a good path to take, because I don't think many other people are going to take it either. But who knows? This is probably going to backfire, and it's going to be like what happened with Kiki and Leos, where it just grabbed them and just stung them a bunch. Ugh. Ew, that's gross. That's pretty impressive to actually think about. That makes a lot of logical sense. Oh, yeah. I guess they would love to just hang out in like hollow spaces, and especially in a castle like this that's apparently super well built and orchestrated for like booby traps and stuff. Chucklefuck would know like, hey, be careful, please. That boy hates anything that complicates objects, and I don't blame him. Things should be things. They shouldn't have other things with them. Oh, there goes the sword. Kensuke, no, not Slugma. That's a big frog, though. They're probably looking to get. I'm wondering if it's like they're trying to get the sword because it's a quote unquote treasure, or they know that there's a little slug, little guy in there, and they just want to like crack it open and eat it. She's she just blew the freaking head off of that dude. Like what? Oh my god. Still, what happened? Going out for blood. Like other stuff was just like, oh, I'm blowing up a wide area and the explosion's killing a bunch of fish. This is just like, and basically this is going to be The Boys season 2 finale. And wait, that was the season 2 finale, right? I'm pretty sure. Anyway, if you watched it, you know what I'm talking about. But damn, girl. All right. We see you. Oh, she's so proud of herself too. Ambrosia is the name of the stat. Okay. I mean, why not? Give a name to your weapons. See, I thought they were gonna go for the adamantite walk because I feel like they hyped it up a lot in the last episode for being quote unquote kind of a family heirloom, but it's special because it's made of adamantite. It'd be really cool if we had a little thief that could come over with a little knife and just sort of like slash the tongue there. Oh yeah, that's right. Hmm. Interesting. I wonder, is it from them? Are the frogs creating the tentacles? Are the tentacles and frogs friends? We don't know. Maybe the frogs are the tentacles. Who knows? the one the one time that you need the fanboy to remember a piece of trivia and he's just like, I don't know. What are you talking about? Why would I know that? Meanwhile, he knows just like he's like, oh yeah, you know, when Basilisk's eyes are like yellow, that means that they're like super horny right now. And it's just like, why did you know that, bud? Wait, what was the what was the thing that he did that I made fun of? It was when Chucklefuck was in the room with the mimic. And he was just like, I think it was the mimic where it's like, oh, if you flip them over, you could see their junk and see what gender they are or something. And it's just like, why would you say that? Why would you know that? Like, why would you say something like that? Ooh, little boxing gloves. Are you gonna just punch it? No? He just got nommed on. Oh boy. Oh, he's just getting eaten. Please save the boy. There's something about that animation quality of the arrow shooting out and hitting the frog in between the eyes. I don't know what it was, but it was so reminded me of something from Spirited Away. I cannot explain to you why, but something about the actual animation in between those as it happened, it just looked exactly like how something from Spirited Away looked, and I was blown away for a minute there. That is insane. Oh, our poor boy. What are? Oh no, never mind. I guess they're not. I think it was. I think it was just. I thought the redness was his actual hands, and there was like some sort of like drawback to using it. And I was like, oh no, the thief damaged his hands. What are we gonna do? But now we're just going back to just cooking monsters. Let's go. I don't know. I know it's like techniques for like cooks and for probably like any profession in this fantasy world. Just something about seeing the skin of animals just hung up like that. It feels a little sinister, no matter how natural. Well, I don't want to say it's natural. Obviously, removing skin is not natural, but it still feels a little weird to see. Makes me a little uncomfortable. Olive oil. Frog suit. Tentacles Gnocchi? And tentacles pasta. Huh. That looks good. I don't want to eat it, but it looks good. Frog suit probably wouldn't wear. The more the show goes on, the more I do love Leos and Senshi, but the more I relate to Marcel and like Chucklefuck when they're just like, why did you make this? There's no way this works. There's no way that works. Granted, I have fallen for this exact thing before, but I gotta say, there's no way this works on her. Unless. Unless. Oh no. Oh. Oh, they're perfect. They're so cute. He looks like a little hot dog. Oh, you know what they look like? Well, at least she does. She looks like Brick Frog from Venture Brothers. Look at Senshi. Look at him. Oh no. That's so adorable. I love them so much. Look at them. uh They're trying so hard. They're trying so hard. That shot actually made it look kind of cool. I'm wondering why they took the weapons. Maybe probably because they've dealt with adventurers before, but probably not because it doesn't look like there's any other like weapons or armor out here. But the frogs were probably fairly intelligent and thought, "There's a weapon, yoink." Wait, I thought the castle town was underwater. Unless that was just like a layer of water and then the castle town. Huh.
多くの話は本当らしい。間違いなくこの近くにレッドドラゴンがいる。
Ew. You know, it's a price to pay to not get bothered by all those tentacle plant things. Let's just try to. There was a recent event in my life where something scary happened, and there was it turned out to be nothing, but it was scary because there was a lot of blood. But apparently, it was natural. It was a superficial wound, but it bled a lot. So we were freaking out that something was wrong. And while while they went to the emergency room, the person who had the wound, I stayed back and I made sure to clean up everything just because, no one wants to deal with blood. No one wants to clean up blood, especially. I'm pretty sure I just clipped out there for a second, so I'm gonna say it again. I cleaned it up just because, I didn't want anyone to clean up blood. And especially if you come back from the emergency room. So I cleaned it up, and part of me was just like, this is like so upsetting. This is very traumatic. And um but there's like, I have been told this before too, when something is like serious and needs to be handled, there's like this switch in my brain that just kind of compartmentalizes everything and pushes through it and tries not to think too hard about something, just so that I can like move on and get it done and like survive, so for this, to me this is one of those moments where I think, okay girl, this is gross, this sucks, but we kind of have to push past this right now. I'm sorry. And like when we have time to breathe, then you can be like, what the fuck just happened to us, but yeah. The look on his face was so good too. I find it cute that she's worried that how Fallen's gonna react to her looking like that, or just with like blood on her. I think that's really cute. I don't know if it's anything romantic. If it is, I think that's the correct way to go with this, because it seems like she has the best chemistry and like has a more of an emotional connection with Fallen. But that's just me. I'm not gonna get too focused on ships, because I think if it comes, it comes, and it'll feel natural when it does. But just from like how she talked about her in the flashback and everything, she seems like she's more emotionally connected with her, and I like that. I'm sorry, what? They're just strolling through a painting. So is that like their portal? Oh, are we taking another? Is this a half that we're just going back to that party? And that's the above ground part? That's kind of cool. I don't like him still. I stand by that opinion. So that's interesting that they're kind of like having a report about the dungeon and just the general layout still, because it really does it really does show that they are like trying to some of these players are trying to like plan out and have just like a situation report on them. Probably also because they don't want anything from the dungeon showing up on the surface either. Like the orcs, I think, are the most closest like threat, but even then, they're just trying to find a home. So it's kind of interesting to see all these people react to this. God, these guys just suck, don't they? They're just all like racist company keeps racist company. Whatever. But this map actually kind of looks like a Terraria. Like a Terraria, like a little Terraria map. Just the tunnels that you would build. Um I'm just wondering. Oh, look at all these other dwarves. Look at them. Who's that guy in the back? Is that a golem? I think that's a golem in the back. But look at these guys. They're so cute. They're just the wide stance, just we're ready to fight. You wanna fight, bub? They're basically Wolverine. So the dungeon a rumor is the dungeon is expanding because of the dwarves and their previous tunnels and additions and whatnot. That's interesting. That kind of reminds me of something from I'm pretty sure it's Minecraft with like the Nether, where like it slowly expands from an entry point and like corrupts like parts. I kind of like that in theory, like a dungeon can expand, because even with like Marcel's like lesson, it seemed like a lot of the dungeons um even though they were built, they also did expand, and they had like a whole ecosystem that helped it expand too, like but especially with like the spirits and stuff. That's cool. Yeah. I'm I'm really interested on how the dragon fits in all this. Interesting. All right. So I'm wondering, they keep referring to the Mad Mage. It makes me wonder if we're ever going to get an identity outside of Mad Mage. You know, I'm blanking. I don't know if it was said at some point, but it's very interesting to see that this Mad Mage is just like so methodical and had like all these like little things, and then sunk this part down. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, the immortality spell. That is actually a very good point. Oh, shit. That's actually such a good reason to get the dungeon. And he even brought up the immortality thing and how different it felt in the dungeon, especially with death. That's interesting that he brought that up again, and that they would be interested in that. Yeah, if you study and harness that, you could give your entire race immortality, basically. Huh.
魂を肉体に固定する魔術は今も謎が多い。
Wonder if the Mad Mage might be a necromancer or something. Yeah, I still don't like him. I think this is all just sort of like, it feels like very like Game of Thrones political, like trying to gain some sort of advantage over the other races and stuff, and that eventually it's not going to work out. So yeah, I don't know. Either way, I think this is a it's an interesting take actually on why there's so much focus on the dungeon itself. That's cool. The immortality aspect actually didn't even occur to me. I thought it was something natural to their entire world.
討伐や迷宮からの出土品を買い叩かず。 者だったが、彼らはどこまで進むのだ。
It's interesting that he's pointing Laios out, which I do think Laios is special. And not just because he's very passionate and opinionated about monsters, but he doesn't really strike me as a like out of like all of them in the party, the one that like really stands out to me is Marcel. But Laios, I feel like needs like a moment or something. Like I don't want like a full on like shonen protagonist, like chosen one thing, but like something more. Like so I like to show like how much like, even though he is his goofy self, just something to kind of show his like aura or something, just something special about him, like that like makes people want to be like, okay, maybe this guy is something different. Because I think the last time we had that was when he was with the orcs and he was like, I'm gonna try and like figure out why I'm down here and like why I want to go to this. So I think we're gonna get to something like that. But I think right now the focus is getting his sister, right? He's so pretty. Aw. She's very pretty too. I thought they didn't talk much. Isn't that what they said last episode? Is she religious? Does she believe in like a certain god? Namari.
待て、そりゃライオスの妹の方か ?20 代前後
They know.
だろあの子なら。メイシャ行けメイシャ。
Listen, I will say that it's probably much more difficult as like something like a dwarf or an elf to kind of like guess the age range of a different race. So like for a tall man or human, as somebody commented before, that I didn't know that's what they were called. I thought they were just like using that as like if you see a short person and you were like joking, would be like, hey shorty or something. But I thought they would just be like, hey tall man. So whoopsies. Yeah, I guess it's not far-fetched to be like, especially if you live so long, because you're kind of just like between late teens, early 40s, and they're just like, really? She's like 21, man. So whatever. But I think that's kind of cute, and I'm glad that she's like checking. That shows that she does care. And he knew her too, and he knew Laios too. So I'm wondering if she constantly checks just to make sure, especially like since the incident. It's interesting that they basically have like a storehouse for the dead bodies to like revive. There's that statue again of the did I say griffin or did I say sphinx last time? Because I feel like I changed one, because I'm pretty sure griffin doesn't have the thing of a lion, but now I can't remember. I'm just confusing myself, but it's showing up again. And I know in the opening that it shows like a wing and then an animal paw. So it really does make me think that we're going to be like one of the big surprise monsters, or one of the mythical monsters is going to be like a sphinx creature or a griffin or whatever. Yeah, that must be really weird to be in a town so abandoned. I've always liked videos on YouTube and stuff that is just like exploring abandoned places like malls, old hospitals, theme parks, and just sort of like seeing what was left behind. It's very interesting because it's a life they can never go, like they left behind, and you don't know what happened here either, and you just find stuff. Sometimes people leave stuff behind, like people who come in there who, like especially teenagers, they just go into a place and they trash it, or they just graffiti it or whatever, and they leave like weird stuff. Sometimes they leave stuff to kind of freak out the next person who shows up, like leaving a Satan demonic circle somewhere, right? And or leaving like not blood, but it's like red paint or something, and it's just like, he killed us. It's something like that, but obviously that it's not going to happen here. But yeah, I don't know. I always like that, because it really is sort of like being an observer in the world, and you get to like view what life was once here. Yeah, we had equal trade. They're fine. Oh shit. That's those claw marks are deep and they are smoking. So something with some sort of fire. Guarantee it's the dragon. Are we gonna see the dragon this episode? Hey.
違う。レッドドラゴンの火の息にやられたんだ。
足やこの状態を見る限り、あれからずっと動き続けてて。
Yeah, it's hard to gather the courage to think like we're gonna kill a dragon because it's a dragon. That is gonna be a difficult task no matter what. But power of friendship is, as much of a trope as it is like you guys have worked together. You have killed you killed a kraken not too long ago. Like, it's hard to just say like don't worry, right? But like have some confidence that you guys can make it through. Just play it smart, obviously. Don't just go in there and think that it's going to be super easy.
今の私たちで本当に倒せるかな。
He's very calm about this too, which I'll give him props for staying calm in a difficult situation, but I kind of want him to like I kind of want him to react more to the fact that like, yeah, your sister may be dead, dude. But he's probably compartmentalizing it, you know? He's like probably in the back of his head, he's like, well, if that happens, then I'll deal with it there. Until then, I'm just going to assume the best and think that she's still there. Was that just some like self-consciousness or something? But you've been super helpful, dude. Chucklefuck, you're like really skilled. You've helped us get through traps. You helped us like break through like weird puzzles and shit. Like you're fine, man. You're a good member of the team. A very basic rundown of just simple party dynamics in combat. I wonder if the plan will be that Chucklefuck, because he's so nimble and so precise, if he'll be like either the distraction or he'll take the place of Shuro and deliver the final blow. Because I feel like he's nimble and quick enough that he could handle most things, but who knows? Like, obviously he can't fight. He's not going to be able to pierce the dragon that hard, but if there's a weak spot and you, like, prep him, I think he could do it. Bonk. Yeah, yeah. Hey, the red dragon's here, basically, so get ready, guys. But I mean, also, you guys did fight a kraken. Like, have some confidence and be like, I think we can do this. Yep. I don't know. I feel like his sword may have a chance against, like, especially like a weakened spot, like underneath, like what they said, underneath the neck and jaw and whatnot. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the plan is you want to jump the dragon, but you want to like be really prepared for like any scenario. It's gonna some of it is 100% gonna be risk. Knowing where to go to cover is gonna be majorly important here, because like if it casts fire, that's like a death sentence. You have to like make sure you're in something or behind something that can withstand it. So I don't know. Hopefully they think of something interesting. That's actually a very good idea to use the environment like that, because the dragon is probably accustomed to the environment too. So a change like that so dramatically where they think that it's not going to work like that, especially if you start off hitting it and then switch to like hitting the environment to like make it crumble and like fall. I think that would work. It may take a little bit, because I don't know if one like passageway, like what they're on, like the walkway, will be enough to like take it down completely. But it would probably do a good amount of damage to it.
真下を通る瞬間に爆破して、そのが
He's really smart. Wait, where's Senshi?
だが竜
Oh, there he is. I didn't see him like in any of the shots, and I was like, where did he go? Aw, they're so cute. I love them. I'm genuinely wondering if that dragon can transform into like a human form, and then just like it'll transform in a day, like it'll travel as like a mortal, and then it'll get to a place and then transform again to hunt or whatever. Adamantite. Oh, look at him. He doesn't want to risk it. But you don't find if you use Shucklefuck's like picking tools to like eat some crab meat, huh? That's okay. It's weird a lot of these shots are not including Senshi for whatever reason. Okay, I guess he was just cooking. It's exactly. It's like in my head. We're just like we're the same. We're the same. We're wondering the exact same thing. Yeah, he was just cooking, which fair enough. I mean, gotta eat, gotta get that energy ready. Fill up on carbs. Yeah, I this is a very important part. You gotta be fueled up and ready to go at any moment. Let's do it. Yeah, probably drinking any alcohol is a bad idea. Anything that can inhibit you is probably a very bad idea. I made something very similar. And it's good. It's very good. I learned it from my mom. Cutlets to conquer the red dragon. That's really cute. I like the little bun over there. That's really it's like a perfect bun. Oh, is she crying? It wasn't so bad. Some of it was gross, but it wasn't so bad. The company was good. Oh, serious mode from Laos. Okay. All right. I'm going to pay attention to this because he seems like a very thoughtful guy. Hopefully he says something that isn't as bad as, I am kind of glad my sister got 8. So now we could have ghost sorbet. Maybe he's going to say something actually like decent this time. Oh, bud. Oh, no. That's so nice. He's going to go through each one. The Senshi part really was very cute. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, my heart. He's so cute. He's so sweet. Oh god. I loved that. They're probably gonna immediately just be like, that was really corny. You're so dumb. But I don't care. I love genuine sappiness and like love like that. That's very sweet. I love it. You're so cringe. You should die. Oh man, never change. Never change. Uh-oh. Oh no. Dragon time, baby. Oh, fuck. Okay, well, I saw the weak spot. It's the differently colored part underneath the stack. But, like, Jesus, what are they gonna do? Like, I know they have a plan, but, like, also seeing it in person is like, you guys are gonna die. Wow. We're about to hit something that's going to be very high octane. I think I was right that this, like, near the mid season is where it's really picking up, because usually that's where they like to have like a small little break and whatnot. But this is really interesting. Laios especially, I think, is having a lot of like good leadership moments. It's very sweet, especially his little speeches to everybody. Man, I'm so excited to see how this dragon fight turns out. And where, like, I hope Fallen is still Fallen. I hope she's still alive. I hope so, because from what I've seen of her, I like her a lot. But man, all right. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you for watching, and please like, comment, and subscribe. All right. I'll see you then. Bye.